set his own self up. Anthony Dirrell set himself up for failure. His attitude leading up to the fight against Caleb Plant. Shout out to Caleb Plant. Congratulations to this man. I got to give that man credit. He kept his composure. He showed a lot more maturity than Anthony Dirrell, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Anthony Dirrell is much older than Caleb Plant. But Anthony Dirrell just displayed disgusting behavior. Used a whole lot of profanity and slandered Caleb Plant. You would have thought Caleb Plant did something to him, man. Like, you know, he had some beef with him from back in the day, and it was just like he was ready to settle the score with Caleb Plant. You know, kind of like similar to, like, you know, Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall. You know, like Clarissa Shields, that was haunting her. Everybody said, yeah, you lost, but you lost to Savannah Marshall. You still haven't beat her. You know, but they never had fought. As far as I know, Caleb Plant and Anthony Dirrell never fought. But now I heard that was a lie, that they tried to put a headline out there that Anthony Dirrell said the same thing that B Hop said, which was, I would never let a white boy beat me. Anthony Dirrell, he came out and said, hey, I'll give $10,000 to anybody who has the footage of me saying that. So maybe that was cap. I respect that. But at the same time, Anthony Dirrell, I knew you was going to get cooked. I knew Caleb Plant was going to cook you, bro. You know, and I felt like you had a whole lot of nervous energy during the weigh-in when you didn't even want to lock eyes and face off with Caleb Plant, you know, where you're supposed to remain in each other's face for about at least a good 10 to 20 seconds. All you want to do is go over there and just start flexing on him and shit. Like, hey, what are you doing, dog? He was acting real goofy, bro. Every press conference leading up to the fight, he was acting real goofy. And I was just like, this nigga's going to lose this fight. And it's like, I almost felt like you knew you were going to lose the fight. But you were just trying to do everything you can to sell the fight and to maybe psychologically get in the head of Caleb Plant in hopes that you have an edge. I got to give you credit, though, Anthony Dirrell. You fought a lot better fight than I thought you were. Because I feel like sometimes, I think his name is Anthony McCall, the guy that used to fight, who did he fight? Lennox Lewis. Yeah, the one of the few guys that beat Lennox Lewis before Lennox Lewis avenged that loss, but that nigga McCall had a meltdown. I feel like Anthony Dirrell, you have meltdowns sometimes, buddy. It's like your skill set is not the issue, it's more your mental. It's like, okay, well, Anthony Dirrell, we're gonna get this fight. But I can just see you was looking spaced out, bro. Like, leading up to the fight, your eyes was just like, yeah, nah, nigga, hell yeah, nigga, I'm out here. No, yeah, you out there, my nigga, you out of there. Like the Texas niggas say, you out of there. That nigga out of there. Anthony Dirrell, dog. That had to happen. The universe gave you what you was asking for because you was very disrespectful to Caleb Plant. And Caleb Plant tried to be respectful to you and keep his composure and not engage. But you were very classless. And Caleb Plant showed class. And he displayed a master class ass whooping on your ass. Maybe you should just retire, buddy. You know, I don't think you have anything else left to prove. Because everything you was trying to prove leading up to this fight failed miserably. Failed miserably, buddy. So, you got a family, take care of your family, man. You know, get your mental health checked out. Make sure your mental health down the line is gonna be okay. You beat cancer, bro. Congratulations on that, man. Shout out to you on that. But I can't shout you out when you acting real disrespectful and you're not representing black fighters in a good way. That right there is very unnecessary. I would see if you was at the level of somebody who was a master shit talker who makes shitload of money. Like Mayweather was a master shit talker who made a lot of money. You know, ain't too many guys like that now. Oh, Tyson Fury. He's a master shit talker, but he whoop ass too. You know, those are probably the only two that kind of would get a pass for that. But everybody else, just try to be humble, be confident, and be mean in the ring. You were mean in the ring, You were very aggressive, and your punch selection was pretty good too. You was catching Caleb Plant. I said, "Whoa, this nigga, damn, this nigga Anthony Dirrell ain't playing no games." But destiny had to take its course because you were very ugly towards another man who's in the same dangerous sport as you, who could lose his life just like you in the ring. You should have put a little more respect on that man's name. I mean, he fought Canelo. He fought pretty good until he got knocked out. So same thing with you. Caleb Plant did to you what Canelo did to him. You was fighting a pretty good fight. You was in there. It was very back and forth, mixing up. I don't know what the scorecards was because I didn't watch it when it was live. I just saw, the highlights and, leading up to you getting knocked out, buddy. But what happened? Caleb Plant was in it. He was boxing pretty good and doing his thing, and then he got knocked out. Same thing happened to you. He was boxing pretty good against Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant set you up. Just like Canelo set up Caleb Plant set you up. So he took a page out of Canelo's book and put you to sleep, buddy. And that's going to be a meme for a long time. So I'm just saying, from here on out, buddy, just try to be a little more humble. Be more respectful to the fighters if you're going to continue fighting. And all that other stuff ain't necessary, dog. That shit wasn't necessary, all that shit you was doing. Because now, I know you feel real dumb. That's why the only thing you can do is try to defend whether or not you said you would never let a white boy beat you. But at the end of the day, a white boy beat you. And as a black man, coming from a black man, that white boy deserved to beat your ass. Because, shit, you was so disrespectful. For no reason. It was unnecessary. I would see if he was being an arrogant piece of shit and being disrespectful to you and calling you out your name. But nah, you started all of it. You came to the first press conference, like, you was super angry. Like, damn, dog, what you so mad about? You don't even know the dude. Just make your preparations for the fight and then fight the dude and let the better man win. What's up with all the insults? You insulting this man. You try to belittle his resume and all this other stuff. Like, damn, bruh. See what you did to yourself? Won't he do it?